This episode of KrawlZone is brought to you by Nitro Gear and Axle.
Hey guys, we're here at the Hump-n-Bump 2015, and in this episode we're going to see Newly Tolf of the Underground Diesel Performance Shop in Las Vegas, plus he's going to be out here with his buggy on the trail. We're going to cover Audrey Bird and her black and blue sexy Jeep toy. Plus, we've got an announcement coming up in this episode of KrawlZone. We've got a big announcement to make here at the Hump-n-Bump. You've seen Mr. KrawlZone out on the trail running, gunning, and hosting this show, but as of today, we are announcing that I'm going to be a part of a team with Krawltec Racing in the King of the Hammers Everyman Challenge. Now, I've never raced before, so I put together a crack team, a coalition of crazy rock crawlers to make sure that I can learn how to rock, how to crawl, how to do everything I need to do, because I'm going to the King of the Hammers, the Everyman Challenge, and you're going to see it here on KrawlZone.
I belong to the Vegas Valley Four Wheelers, and they've been putting on the Hump-n-Bump out here in Logandale for 34 years. I'm one of the members that helps organize and put it all together. We had a fantastic turnout this year. We had people as far as South Dakota that came out and Idaho that came out. There was Jeeps of every size, age, all the way up to the big boy buggies. Every year we have a raffle. There's also a children's raffle, which we make sure that every child from age 11 down receives a prize. This year, it was extra special because Underground Diesel Performance provided bicycles.
This is actually my 4th year supporting. I was just approached by some of the members of the Hump-n-Bump. They just being out on the trails with them and getting to know people. They asked us to come aboard and if we would be interested in sponsoring. And I'm always interested in helping local events and helping people, helping the kids. This is a real big event for families and children. So just like this year, we did the kids' grand prize, which was bicycles. We gave away 4 brand new bicycles. And I like the family environment.
All the funds that are raised for the raffle tickets all go right back into supporting all the land use to keep our trails open.
Coming up next, we've got Newly Tolf and the Underground Diesel Performance Shop Tour, plus a trail of serious carnage. We want to give a big shout out and thanks to our sponsors. Presenting this episode, Nitro Gear and Axle, with supporting sponsors Two-Way Air, Adams Driveshafts, and Underground Diesel Performance.
Nitro Gear and Axle offers one of the nation's widest variety of top quality differential and axle parts for nearly all makes and models, including a huge list of industry exclusive Toyota applications. Nitro's state-of-the-art machining and heat-treated processes produce stronger, longer-lasting, and easier to install parts. From competitive rock crawlers to daily drivers, Nitro Gear and Axle offers the best quality and widest range of products for your axles.
I started wheeling when I was about 4 or 5 years old with my family, and It just started out as camping with the family, ATVs. My dad had a Jeep. I mean, back then, this was in 80, 83, 84, 85. Back then, 35s were huge. And so my dad had a CJ5 with 35s, and that's what we did, is we went out wheeling, and he kind of taught me, you know, how to pick lines, how to spot. And ever since then, I've been wheeling, and I'm 35 now. So I've been wheeling almost 30 years.
You're gonna ride that rib, right? Ride that rib, right up that.
Personally, I like making new trails. I like challenging myself, and it's a real enjoyment to see other people try to do a trail that you've made and conquered.
We go out wheeling all the time, and we hang out with our buddies. You know, we do it for fun. Nobody's getting paid out there. We're going out to have a good time and hang out with our friends. So we started the day kind of just picking and choosing obstacles. Mainly ran, you know, for the most part, ran the base trail was rock bottom. And yeah, we just, you know, run around kind of picking the fun obstacles. We were with a really good group and a lot of capable rigs. And we had a great trail leader. Newly was really good and took us around and showed us all the obstacles.
One guy, kind of gentle, went on his lid, but it was really important that we got him back over really fast. For one, we don't want to spill fluids, fuel on the ground. And for two, he doesn't want to lose a lot of fluid, because then, you know, we got to pull the plugs to clean it out if the motor hydro locks, for one, which that can happen fairly easy, fairly quick. So it was really good that we got him turned over. We had a winch close by. We had our spill kits, and luckily we had fluid, so we got him filled up right away.
Yeah! There goes my Jeep.
He didn't hydro lock, so we got him back on the trail pretty quick.
No, you'll hear it when it's locked up.
There you go. Well, welcome to the shop. Here's the office. Some of our magazine articles. As you can see, some tow packages, 1,300 horsepower packages. I'd love to show you around, and we can go have a seat and talk.
Cool, thank you. So Newly, thank you for inviting me into your shop. Tell me a little bit about what you do here, how long you've been in business, and kind of what sets you apart from the other shops in the neighborhood.
Well, we started in Colorado about 2005, and started as an online business.
Okay.
And then we moved on to a shop, moved to Las Vegas. We knew there wasn't much here for diesel mechanics, diesel shops, so we thought it'd be a good place to be. We do a lot more at this shop than a lot of other shops in town do. We do performance, we do a lot of in-house tuning, motor builds, trans builds, big horsepower, tow packages. A lot of other shops basically just do normal repair work.
Right on. So what are some of maybe some of the simple things and then some of the bigger things that our friends can do?
The first thing that most of our customers would do, or we would recommend, is like exhaust and intake, something simple. Those two things give you a little bit of power, a little bit of performance, lower your EGTs, and it's not very expensive, so it's pretty cost effective.
All right, so we got Power Stroke, we got Duramax, we got Cummins.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any particular diesel that stands out amongst that crowd, or what would you suggest?
Well, we see all three come in, you know, for different issues. Most of it is just for lack of maintenance. So I would suggest, you know, just stay on top of your truck and keeping the fluids changed, keeping the filters changed, you know, checking the, you know, ball joints, U-joints.
What do you run?
I like them all, honestly. The Fords, you know, they pull really well. Dodges pull really well, and The Duramaxes, they pull pretty good, but they ride really well and they drive really good. So every one of them kind of has their unique, special quality. There's a couple trucks I'd like to show you out there. We got one that's about 1,000 horsepower. I think you'd like to see.
Right on. Let's go look at it.
Let's go.
All right, cool.
Here's that truck I was telling you about. This is what we call a sleeper package. As you can tell, it's stock appearing, stock tires, wheels. It doesn't look like there's been anything done to it, but the engine's far from stock. It's 1,000, 1,100 horsepower to the wheels. What we've done here is a fully built motor. It has Carrillo rods, forged pistons, big cam, keyed crank, girdle, twin turbos, compounded. So basically it's a large turbo feeding air to a smaller turbo. And that's what we do here on the diesels. You can tow with this rig, you can drive it daily. It still gets 18, 20 miles a gallon, and it'll smoke pretty much any car on the highway. So that's kind of what we do here, besides just the normal repair work. We like to do big performance trucks as well.
Cool. Let's go take a look at the rest of the shop.
Cool, let's do it. This is some of our typical day-to-day repair work. These two trucks are getting our underground solution EGR coolers, front end repair work on this Duramax, head studs, turbo. One of the things that we do at our shop that we kind of makes us stand out from the rest of the shops is our EFI tuning. We do it on the Dodge trucks and the Duramaxes, all in-house, custom tuning. This is what gives you mileage, power, more performance. Nobody in Las Vegas is offering this except for us.
All right.
These parts here are in the truck I just showed you outside. This is a stronger piston, and it also has valve reliefs, whereas the stock one does not. This here is a very common issue we see on the Ford Power Strokes, the 03 to 07 6.0s. This is very important for daily driver, tow truck, high performance. This is the EGR cooler. What typically happens on these, and it's not really if it's going to happen, it's just when. Inside here they have cooling fins, and what happens is it'll crack. They crack open, and it fails, and the truck blows white smoke. Coolant, goes through. And what we do here, we make our own EGR coolers. As you can see, they're all welded up, extra heavy duty. And here are welded tubes. These will not crack. These will last a lifetime. These have lifetime warranty. And this is what we call our underground diesel solution kit. And it's a solution for the 6.0s to help them last a lot longer. We build these here in Las Vegas, and we actually sell them to all the local shops, and the prices, you can't beat it. So if anybody across the country would like one of these 6.0 underground EGR coolers, you just give us a call and we'd be happy to ship one out to you.
Well, Newley, thank you for letting us come visit your shop.
Thanks for coming, I appreciate it.
You bet. And now don't go away, there's a lot more KrawlZone left to come.
It's a pretty nasty wall called Wall of Doom. I've seen a lot of guys break parts and roll their rigs, and nobody's really got hurt there, but it's a pretty nasty wall. We were standing off to the right side of it, and never seen anyone come up this side or never even expected it. So a buggy comes up, full throttle, LS motor, tires spinning, smoke coming off the tires, takes a nasty bounce. Well, usually when you take a bounce, you let off the throttle, and that way you slow the rig down and you can back down. Well, for some reason, he stayed in it full throttle. Took some nasty bounces, and it came all the way across the wall, and the next thing I know, there's a 42-inch tire in my face.
And it is an obstacle where you have to throttle through it. And yeah, he got in it, and about 3/4 of the way up, it started going south, and he just whiskey throttled it, and it just jumped around, and 40-inch Trepador tire come land right over and pulled the drink right out of my hand. Rug burned my arm, rug burned my buddy's arm, and everybody's trying to scatter to get out of the way, and then away he went.
But luckily we were paying attention, and we all got each other back, and and the buggy actually didn't make it up the climb. It just sat there for a minute and what seemed like forever in slow motion, and went back down the cliff and rolled over, flipped over. I actually have a burn on my arm from the tire spinning and touching my arm, and it took the skin off. That's how close it was.
Fire! 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 Fire extinguisher!
Somebody very easily could have got killed or hurt or end up in the hospital. So it was a really fortunate situation for us where, everybody walked away from it, and we can at least, not laugh about it, but, at least talk about it and move on from there. Sometimes you don't realize how close you are to the obstacles, or, how fast the Jeep can change directions, or, someone hits the whiskey throttle and doesn't let out, and it was definitely a scary experience. I mean, that Jeep changed directions and dang near landed right on us, and it was a life-changing experience for sure.
Are you gonna try it again, or are you going around?
We had a great group with us. Newly was our trail leader, and he's really familiar with the area. It was great, showed us all the fun lines, helped spot a lot of people through.
Should I go back down a little farther and try to get the tail end over?
And it was fun. We got to go out with Nathan with KrawlZone and kind of hear about how he's excited to run in King of the Hammers, which we're all excited for, and got to kind of show him a few things and share some of the experiences. The whole bit about it was really a good time, and it was a fun group.
Hey, how'd that feel? That felt fantastic. That was my first obstacle here in this Cherokee. You're going to see more as we go wheeling here at the Hump-n-Bump. Thanks for your help, bro. You betcha. Rock on. Thank you, my friend, for getting me over there. Can I turn this off a minute and see what I broke? Get it back to me.
All right, that was some pretty serious action. Stay tuned. We've got Audrey Bird and the black and blue sexy Jeep toy coming up.
Wild Boar's 2-way air is a central tire air delivery system. It airs down or airs up all 4 tires at the same time to the same pressure. So when you're ready to air down, you just need to get your whips from the whip pocket. Connect the whip to the shredder, one to the tire. And you open the valve. There's a gauge here. When you get to the correct tire pressure, just turn the valve off, remove the whips, and you're ready to go. When you're ready to air up, you just connect the whips, turn on your compressor.
She's filling on her own.
There's a tire pressure set point valve. As soon as it reaches the pressure that you want, it'll start to bleed off air. The stages for the kits come in. The first stage is just the delivery system. It's a universal system for any type of vehicle. The delivery system includes the valve to air down and also the tire pressure set point valve. But we'll work with our onboard air system or whatever system you're currently using. Your onboard air, a portable compressor, gas station compressor, a power tank, or a CO2 tank. The stage 2 is a JK specific kit that comes with an onboard compressor and everything that you need for onboard air. Comes with the bracket, the tubing, the wiring harness, the switch, a manifold system in case you want to run a tank, or air lockers. Our stage 3 kit is also JK specific, and it installs a second compressor underneath the vehicle, just over the cross member, and is fed by a remote installed air filter, so you don't have to worry about water crossings. All of the system is made with food grade polyurethane. I don't know if you've ever had a compressor hose kink up on you. Our system won't kink. For installation purposes also, it's all push to connect. Ease of install. This is good for negative 100 degrees and 160 degrees Fahrenheit. You can get your kit today so you never have to kneel to a tire again at wildboaroffroad.com.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Audrey Bird. I belong to the Vegas Valley Four-Wheelers. I've been wheeling in a Jeep since 2010. I've been off-roading all different types of vehicles all my life.
Reverse out. Come on back. Come on back. Reverse. Back, back, back. Hard driver. Forward.
Okay, Ray.
Hard driver forward. Come on ahead. That's the way to start the day. Passenger, working passenger.
God.
Passenger hard. Passenger hard. There you go.
Oh, God. My heart's
Start to straighten it back out as you come up. There you go. Nice and easy. Straight ahead.
That was.
Did you?
Yeah, anybody that drops their tire right in that hole, they're going to actually create that tire lift and get off balance. And it scares them. It's a lot of fun.
That's scary. That was a way to wake up for your morning. I don't need coffee now. I am wide awake. That's scary. That was the highest I've ever gone like that before, and hopefully I don't do that again. I was off line too far over. There was a lot of black marks. Well, I was actually following like what the buggies would be, which are spread out more, I guess, and I just got too high-centered. That scared me. But I'm good. I'll survive the day. I bought this Jeep. It's a 2010 Wrangler Rubicon. The modifications that I have on this Jeep are a 6-inch TerraFlex long arm lift, Fox shocks and the speed bump stops, horn blaster horns up on the roof, Garvin Industries roof rack and side steps. I have two-way air system, rigid, lights all around the top. I have Maxxis tires on it. And from Adams Driveshaft, I have 1350s CVs driveshafts, front and rear on it.
We're down into the Shredder, a trail here in Logandale. First couple obstacles seem to be doing pretty good. I got John as my co-pilot and a couple of spotters pointing the way. So far so good. I haven't wrecked anything yet. Stay tuned, it might happen.
Drivers, you come forward. Working driver. There you go, little passenger. Easy money. Little passenger. You're working driver now. Driver hard. As you get it, come on ahead. Give me all the driver you got. I got you. Hold on, you're looking good. Looking good. Nice and easy.
Hey guys, I'm here with Audrey Bird. We just made it through the Shredder Bowl. Tell me about your experience taking on this obstacles.
It was scary. Getting down on that side, there was a little obstacle that got me a little off camera, and I was worried about hitting that rock, but I made it through. But coming up, the last part, you get so off camber and you're turning, and there's this huge boulder on the other side. I mean, it's just terrifying. Every single person is just like terrified that you're gonna roll it over on the side. But we made it.
And we're rocking it. Let's
Yes,
go do
we
some more
are.
trails.
Let's hit some more trails. Awesome. Thank you. I love being in the outdoors. I love wheeling. It is my solitude to get away from the everyday grind that behind a computer, behind a desk, besides sitting on a couch watching TV. I get out there and enjoy life. It's just me. I have a wonderful time out there. And just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't keep up with all the boys out there. And I think more girls should be out there wheeling just like I am. My Jeep has its own Facebook page. It's called Black and Blue Sexy Toy. Find it, follow it, watch its adventures, see where I go next.
Thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of KrawlZone. Remember, don't just live life, live epic.
And we just finished the Shedder Trail at the Hump-n-Bump 2015. Yeah!